Alright, hello everyone. Today we're back with something different. I hate how I always say that whenever I do a different type of video, but anyways, today, has this ever happened to you? Have you ever been super excited for a game to come out? You marked it on your calendar, you were like, oh dude, when this game comes out, bro, when this game comes out, dog, don't expect to see me for a week, because I'm gonna be playing this for that whole week. And then, the game comes out and you're kind of just like, man, I really went MIA for a week for some cheeks. That's what we're gonna be talking about today. So without further ado, without further ado, let's get started on this list.
Games that I was hyped for, just for them to be bad.
So for me, one of those games was Disgaea 6. And yeah, the game looked promising, well, promising in quotation marks. It looked promising when the trailers came out, but then I think the demo came out, and even on like, oh no, because at first it only came out for the Switch, and the demo made the game look really bad, because in Disgaea 6 you have settings you can do to make the game run better. You have performance, graphics, and balance. If you play Disgaea 6 in graphics mode, the game runs at 1 frame per second. The other settings are fine, but that one ran really bad, and I remember seeing people on the Disgaea Reddit being like, yo, this is awful. This game is running like dog water. Hey, bro, I'm not gonna spend however much this game is gonna be just for it to run like this. But that was before it was realized that you can change the settings for the game to make it run a little bit better. Everything looks kind of blurry. But that wasn't the main issue with it. The main issue with Disgaea 6 in my eyes was the having auto battle unlocked from frame 1. Since what they should have done is you have to play through the whole game first without auto battle, and then once you beat the game, you unlock auto battle that way. Because what them having auto battle unlocked from the start does, it promotes not playing the game and just having everything set to auto. And I get it, there are people who do not like this. There are people who this is their first Disgaea game, and they can be overwhelmed by everything that comes along with it. So auto battle works for them, but for like the hardcore fans who kind of like grinding, because I'm not gonna lie, grinding in early Disgaea games was awful. In the other ones, it got better since you were able to add characters to things to make it a bit more better than how it was in, say, 1, 2, and 3. 4, 5, 6, and 7, easier to grind, but the other ones are awful. So I can get why they added it, but they should have had like some stipulations before you unlocked auto battle. And even with all of that, that's an issue, sure, but just the story of Disgaea 6 wasn't that good, in my opinion. It sucked. I'm gonna be honest, it sucked. I didn't care about Zed and his whole arc to save his little sister or whatever. I didn't really care about any of the characters, and even like with the final boss, since what I would do when I played Disgaea 6, I still have it. I downloaded it. I have Disgaea 6 on my Switch, and what I would do is I would just have my Switch run all night while I sleep to grind levels. And so when I got to the final boss, I literally just one punched it, and that was it. It didn't feel rewarding at all. Like even in 6, in all the other Disgaea games, I haven't beaten Ball, which is like the secret boss in all the Disgaea games. I've never beaten him in any of them, but I did it in 6 because I was so strong that I one-shot him. But even then, it didn't feel like I deserved that win. I just won because I abused the auto battle system to make my characters stupid strong. So yeah, just all of those issues, it just wasn't good. I'm glad that Disgaea 7 came out because I love Disgaea 7 over 6, and if you do want to play Disgaea 6, wait for it to go on sale. Don't spend $60 on it when you can just wait for it to go on sale to spend. I think normally when it goes on sale, it's like 15 or something like that. But yeah, wait for it to be half off before you buy it. Don't buy it at full price. So that's the first game on this list. Moving on to the next one. I should also mention I bought Disgaea 6 day one. But no, I have Disgaea 6 physical. Never mind, I have it physical. Never mind. Okay, moving on to the next thing. Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission. So, oh, damn, it's on sale right now. So, once again, I was very excited for this game when it came out because it's the first Heroes game out in the West since, if you don't know, Dragon Ball Heroes is an arcade game in Japan to where you can, I think if you buy cards, you can use them in the arcade, I believe. And it's been a Japan-only thing for a very long time. They had some games on 3DS, but once again, Japan locked. You could play them, you just wouldn't know what was going on. But they finally brought it out here in the West in 2019. Jesus Christ. In 2019, and to me, I thought it was going to be fun. It's not. The game is super grindy, and which is very ironic coming from someone who just talked about Disgaea, but it was just grindy. It's fun for a few days, and then it gets boring. You're basically just doing the same thing over and over, and yeah, to me at least, I don't enjoy that with this. If it was some other type of game maybe, but with this one, it didn't scratch that itch of grinding like how Disgaea does, or Monster Hunter, or any other games where you have to grind for stuff. It just didn't hit that itch, and it got very repetitive after a while. So yeah, it's fun. Like, someone on Steam made a good point about it. Someone on Steam said, if you're a Dragon Ball fan, buy this when it's on sale. You know, so you can collect, you can have it, but just don't buy it at full price like I did. There's gonna be a trend with a lot of this stuff, but yeah. Also, I just need to add this in here too because I have another game that I just thought of. Okay, all right, we'll come back to that one. Okay, this one will be last. The next game on this list is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Now, I'm a big Pokemon fan. I love Pokemon. I love almost love everything they've done with it. But just Scarlet and Violet, it just having all of these issues, all of the issues that it had day one, to where it was like the game would bug out so much, and like if there was 4 people on screen, it would like run really bad, and all the glitches that it had, it was just like I'm not gonna spend $60 on this to where I can just play older versions of Pokemon, like the other generations of Pokemon, and not this one. I still have not bought Scarlet and Violet, and nor will I. I'm not gonna cave in, because there have been some games to where I know they're bad, but I still buy them anyway. I'm actively not doing this just because of how bad they fumbled with this game. So I wanted to like it. I really wanted to buy this game because you were able to customize your character more than you were in Sword and Shield, and I was excited. But once again, the game came out. I saw all the glaring issues, and it just shows that the Pokemon company just rushed this out so they could have a game released every year or 2 years or something. Since Scarlet and Violet came out 2019, Brilliant Diamond came out 2021. Essentially every 2 years, they can have a game come out, and it's not working. And this is proof of that. Though I will say, Legends Arceus, even though it has its issues, is 1,000 times better than Scarlet and Violet. I actually enjoyed Arceus. Like, when I saw the trailers for Arceus, I was like kind of scared to buy it, but then when I saw people being like, you know, this game doesn't have the glaring issues that Scarlet and Violet have, I was like, you know what? Sure, it's here's $60. Give me that. So at least with that, they somewhat saved their reputation. I hope that technically they are going back to Legends Arceus with Legends XY or whatever. I hope that one's good, because if it is, I'll buy it. But yeah, just Pokemon Scarlet and Violet being a disappointment is sucks. Another game too, you know what, since we're on Pokemon, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl were also games. No, I was actually excited for these games because Diamond and Pearl is probably my favorite generation, just because of the memories I have with it since I think that was like the first Pokemon game that I ever owned for myself that I bought with my own money. And it just holds a special place in my heart just because of that, and because I like the starters of Diamond and Pearl. You know, it doesn't matter who you pick with that game. I always pick Piplup, Team Piplup over here. You know, so just that. I think that was like the first Pokemon game to be on the DS. That was like a whole new generation, and all of that stuff. That game is near and dear to my heart. And then 12, however many years later, they come out with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and they just butchered that game so hard. First of all, the graphics look stupid. They removed a bunch of stuff from Platinum, and they screwed that game so much. Like, I don't understand why in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, when your Pokemon follows you, I don't know why they're so small. When in the past, in like Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and I feel like there's some other Pokemon games where your starter can follow you. Let's go Pikachu and Eevee. They're the Pokemon who can follow you. They're their appropriate size. And Shining, and the remakes of Diamond and Pearl, they're small and they get in the way, and it's annoying. And like, I don't understand why they fumbled the game so much, and it just, I don't know. That really pissed me off, because that was something I was really excited for. I ended up buying the game day one still. I just had to lower my standards, but it's just like, dude, you guys really screwed the pooch with this one. Like, there are people who want Pokemon X and Y remakes, but then there are people also who are like, you know, we don't want that because we don't want another Shining Diamond and Brilliant Pearl to happen again. And I don't blame them, honestly. Like, I would love a Pokemon Emerald. Well, we got Emerald remakes, but you know what I mean. If we got like Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire remakes, we're not doing that. But if we did, so they could bring it to like modern consoles, but it's just scary to think about how they would mess that up. So, yeah, those are my two least favorite Pokemon games that they screwed. Let's move on to the next one. So, Kingdom Hearts 3, I know, shocking. This might be shocking to some people. I'm a big Kingdom Hearts fan. Once again, Kingdom Hearts 2, the best Kingdom Hearts game. Do not at me. Best one. And I was excited for 3 because it was a while before we got like a mainline Kingdom Hearts game, since after 2 we got Birth by Sleep, shortly after 2, and then I think after that was basically, oh no, we got like 358 for DS, and we got Recoded, and we got Dream Drop, but you know what I mean, like, Kingdom Hearts 3 was a game that everyone was looking forward to, and the game isn't bad, right? The game isn't bad, it's just what they did was bad. Since, if you don't know, Kingdom Hearts is a very interesting game, but the appeal of it is that you go to Disney World, the main character Sora interacts with Disney characters, and yeah, so that's fine, right? But in Kingdom Hearts 3, because in most Kingdom Hearts games, you go to a few Disney worlds and then the story progresses. In the 3, you essentially spend half of the game, no, not even half the game, 80% of the game going to Disney worlds, and then the last 20% is actually like Kingdom Hearts stuff. And that right there is just bad, because this is supposed to be an end to a certain saga in the Kingdom Hearts thing, but the majority of the game, once again, is just going through Disney worlds. And then when stuff happens, it's kind of just like, oh my god, I wish this would have happened earlier. Like, it reminds me of what they did with SMT5, Shin Megami Tensei 5, to where SMT5 is a great game. I love it. My first SMT, I love it. But it was just like, the game before, near the end, was just kind of just like, whatever. And just like, oh, cool, they're gonna go kill this demon to do this, to do that. Then when, like, stuff gets interesting, at that point, you're just like, dude, I don't care. I just want to finish the game. Because literally, once you get to that, like, quote-unquote plot twist, it's basically, you get that, you go into, I think you're in the final dungeon, you fight like 4 bosses, and that's it. And it's just like, y'all could have did this a little bit differently and not just had basically the game being a bunch of filler. At least now we're getting SMT5 Vengeance, which I hope. It's not doesn't matter. They're not gonna fix that, but I'm excited for that. By the way, I'm so excited for that. I hope I don't have to make a part 2 with that in here in that video, but we'll have to see. Anyway, back to Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah, just them forcing Disney stuff down your throat for the entirety of the game is just bad. I don't know why they did that. So we're not here for the Disney stuff. We're here for the Kingdom Hearts stuff that we've been waiting for years, for answers, for epilogues for some characters. And yeah, we got it, but then we didn't get it at the same time. So that's why Kingdom Hearts 3 is on here. Gameplay is amazing, though. I do love the gameplay and stuff, but just the story of the game was just bad, in my personal opinion. Next game, Jump Force. So this one is no surprise. I was very excited for Jump Force back in 2019. What the hell was 2019 for gaming? It was supposed to be the fighter of the year. You know, it was supposed to rival fighters. It was supposed to be things that people would still play at like regionals and tournaments and stuff, but no. It didn't happen that way. The game was repetitive. It sucks. It took them forever to introduce rematches in the game, which is crazy to think about because you would think with the fighting game that would be the first thing that they would implement in the game, a simple rematch option. But they didn't do that. They had some characters who were in the previous Jump Force, or not Jump Force, the J-Stars game, behind DLC you had to pay for. And yeah, the story mode of the game sucks. The cutscenes suck. Everything about the game is just bad. And it didn't have to be this way. If they took more time with it and not kind of rushed it out, it could have been something good. But no, they forced it out, and this is why now the game is delisted everywhere. So, you know, you can no longer play Jump Force with the homies or nothing because it is dead. Yeah, it sucks. Once again, really excited for it, but they decided to fumble that. So yeah, Jump Force. I hope though if they do make a Jump Force 2, they take their time. They have to take their time because we will not forgive them for if they fumble again, basically. So yeah. Moving on to the next game, Dissidia Final Fantasy NT. So once again, I love the Dissidia. Dissidia franchise. 012 was amazing for PSP. Square, y'all need to put that on modern consoles and just put it on Switch, put it on everything, and let people be able to fight on it, because I'm pretty sure this game would have a really big fan base, because there's probably a lot of people who would love this to be on modern consoles. But this one just sucks. This one was like an arcade in Japan, and they brought it out here, and they definitely messed up with it, since they did a lot of things wrong with this. So the format of this game is that basically, so story mode in this game is basically cutscene, boss fight, cutscene, final boss. That's it. You do that for every character, and then you fight the real final boss, and the game's over. I don't know why they did it that way, when in the other ones you were able to move around the map and stuff and go to stuff. In this game, there's no moving around. You just have to watch cutscenes. It's basically Dissidia the movie in this case. Yeah, the gameplay sucked. Not the gameplay. The story sucked. I think there was like issues finding matches online when it came out, and yeah, they just didn't do this game justice, and they should have, since it was supposed to celebrate the other games, but they didn't. So yeah, it just sucks, because once again, I bought this day one, and I'm like, oh cool, I'm about to have a bunch of fun. I didn't have any fun. So yeah, the game was awful. They tried to bring it back, but no, this game is dead. And yeah, if they decide to do another Dissidia, they have to cook, kind of like Jump Force. They have to cook. This game also, oh no, this game came out in 2015. Jesus. All right, we got 3 more, and then we're out of here. I'm gonna say this one for last. Okay, Bravely Default 2. So, if you don't know, I love Bravely Default. Really big fan. And when they announced that they were making a new Bravely Default, I was excited because I loved Bravely Default 1 and 2. Sorry, Bravely Default and Bravely Second. Both amazing games. I'm still waiting for Bravely Third. I thought this was going to be Bravely Third, but it wasn't. And the characters in this game were just boring. I don't really care about any of them. The way the game looks too is really weird. Since everything in the game looks like Uncanny Valley. They look like dolls. It just looks really weird, and I can't explain it, but it just makes me feel uncomfortable whenever I play it. And I don't think there's any. Oh no, never mind. There's post game. But yeah, even like I haven't gone back to do the post game because with the other ones I've done the quote unquote post game, but with this one I beat it and I'm like, all right, cool. I never have to play this again. So yeah, if they do make Bravely Third, they have to kind of come with their A game because this one was not the best. All right. So the World Ends With You Final Remix Switch. I would differ. So I love The World Ends With You. It's one of my favorite games of the DS era. And when they announced this in when did this come out? Whenever it came out, I was like, beautiful. Because I was like, they're bringing one of the greatest games ever to modern consoles. Well, not to Switch. But I was like, they're probably going to let us use the controls and stuff to move. No, to play this game, you have to use the Switch controller thingy, and not like the handheld, the one that comes with the Switch that you can detach. You have to use that to move around, and the sensor for it is awful, and it's just a nuisance to try to play this that way. You can play it handheld, but you have to touch the screen and stuff, and it just wasn't good. It just wasn't good, and it sucks because Twilight is an amazing game. And if you do want to play this, just play the DS version. You'll have a better time. You won't have to deal with the issues, and yeah, you'll miss out on the post game stuff. But just watch a video on it and be happier. But yeah, this one hurt, man. This one hurt a lot. All right. Last game on this list, Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi. So, where to start with this one? So, Ultimate Tenkaichi was something that we wanted our character creator in Dragon Ball for a really long time. And, after the amazing game that was Tenkaichi, they were thinking, oh, dude, they're gonna bring back the Tenkaichi series on a stronger console, a beefier console. It's gonna be great. No, the game is literally just a rock paper scissors simulator, and that's basically it. The story of the game is really stupid. It doesn't make any sense. You have to go around to find the Dragon Balls because Omega Shenron was like, you know what, guys? What if I just make the Dragon Balls evil? And that's basically the whole story. The gameplay, once again, rock, paper, scissors. It sucks. The only good thing Ultimate Tenkaichi gave us was, I guess, the inspiration to kind of make Xenoverse. I guess. I don't know. But other than that, the game is just bad. Like, I wouldn't even recommend you playing this as a Dragon Ball fan. Just avoid it, watch a video on it, and save yourself the time instead of just having to play rock, paper, scissors. Why does this have a 92%? Bro, who are these people? This game is not good. Why are you... 92%, bro. You guys are lying. It's 92%. Bro, who paid you guys off? Hung Google users? Who paid you guys off? Because whoever did, you guys are kind of bad. 92% on this god-awful game. Like, you know how, like, a lot of people will look back at a game and be like, you know, maybe I was a little bit rough on this game back in the day. They're not doing this with Ultimate Tenkaichi. This game will forever and always remain probably the F tier of Dragon Ball games, next to Ultimate Battle 22. Because yeah, that one's also really bad. And I think that's it. I think that's my little list of games that I was excited for that disappointed me heavily. Maybe I'll do a sequel. I don't know. I don't currently have a list of other games that did that, but who knows? My brain is always running on ideas, so if I do, I'll make a second one. But if I don't, then, you know, what were your games that you were excited for that disappointed you? Did you did you go back to them being like, you know, I was too harsh on you, or was it just one of those things where it's like, no, this game sucks and it will always suck? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next video.